What's up, guys? Fee, we are back! 2022!
It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Oh
I'm
my goodness.
excited to finally talk to you again.
I know. I remember way back in that day, and I had all black hair, no grays. It was just back in the day when we used to make picks for fights.
When there were fights,
I
yeah.
know. I
I'm
know. And
really
now,
happy to have like a little bit of like normal structure back to my life, though.
I know.
I needed this.
It's so wild, like how much a fight night on a Saturday means. Just like sometimes we miss it, or sometimes we don't watch every fight on it, but just knowing it's there, it kind of keeps us anchored all week long.
Yeah, yeah, it sure does.
Like crazy. First and foremost, you like just every time I open up my phone, I see another Felicia Spencer commentating thing. I'm like so happy. I'm gonna be corny with it. I'm proud. I'm like, dude, that's my friend. I'm like, we've been talking on a microphone for like 18 months, and now boom, you're picking up gigs.
Yeah, yeah, I'm super excited. I had a really crazy like 10 days in December where I had to go to Miami 3 times, and I'm gonna be doing their EFC event in at the end of the month. So two more weeks for that, and then tomorrow I'll be flying out to Calgary to do the Palace Athena, the first show. It's all women's MMA in Canada. So they have people from all over the world, though. I'm really excited. I've actually been super impressed doing all the research for the commentary. That they have a really awesome group of girls lined up. So that'll be a fun one to watch.
It's awesome. Isn't that the show? Is Andy Wynn the main event now? I hear. Is that a
Uh,
different show?
Sarah Kaufman is the main event.
Oh, Kaufman's the main event. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Andy Nugent is in there though. Is that who you
Oh,
said?
she is. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, she
she's
is.
in there.
Okay.
I think actually she's co-main. But yeah,
Okay.
she's a co-main.
God,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
they have an incredible group of girls, and I was watching the fights even on the lower end, and they're exciting finishers. So
That's so
I
cool.
think it's $25 to watch online if you guys want to catch it.
There we go. And if you have that link, throw it to us. We'll kind of put it into the guts of the podcast. I'm going to make this audio version tomorrow. It's crazy. Me, I don't like going into it that much, but it's January 14th now, Friday, January 14th. And our podcast numbers, we've already beaten what we've done in December, what we did each month in November. Like we're 14 days in the month. It's been awesome. We're so
That's amazing.
happy with the momentum with everything is going on. We have so many different things that are happening. And also I'm really happy that you and I signed that deal that I get 50% of all your commentary earnings for life.
Yeah.
Man, but I really am. I'm so happy and proud. So, all right, let's get into it. UFC 46. We got punching people in faces and arm locks. Maybe we got Jennifer Maya on the show. She wants an arm bar always. So it's a weird card. A lot of stuff is happening with that C word right now, especially in MMA. So the card, we've got Rosa step up on 4 days notice, Kevin Kroom step
Yeah.
up on 2 days notice. So let's kind of stick with the guts of it. Let's start with your Fee-Nomenal pick. And then this year, we're going to go with your lock of the card as well. So we're going to have 2 picks. I got a permanent black marker here. We're going to write down
Oh
every
God,
stat.
permanent marker.
I know. You can't erase that. You can't
You
erase it.
can't. You can't.
So let's start with your Fee-Nomenal pick.
Yeah, this one was cool. I was originally gonna go with Jennifer Maya. As soon as I saw her name, I was like, "That's gonna be my pick." But then I kept looking at the card, and I was like, "Man, there's so many good underdogs on this card." So I ended up going with the deeper underdog in Charles Rosa. Like you said, he's stepping up on 4 days' notice. He's a big underdog, but I feel like he's got a lot more potential. I think he's a lot more live than people are giving him credit for. He's had a couple bad performances, kind of, had a couple of really tough grapplers that he's gone against, but I think he's going to be able to pull out his grappling and maybe get on top early and, get the probably a decision, but get the finish or the W that he's going to need.
I absolutely love it. We are Florida raised in Florida in MMA. We're entrenched with it. And Rosa's been like a name in Florida for the last 8 to 10 years. And one thing I love about this short notice fight for him, I feel like there's not overthinking stuff. He's just going like he's, above his regular. So he's like in a happy weight. He ate a steak dinner 3 nights ago. He's very happy with life. He's just traveling. He's got nothing to lose. Everything's on
Exactly.
it. And he's always training and he's always working. He's not like one of those guys like he just believes in training camp and you don't see him working. Like I follow him on all of his socials. Like I know so many people that train with him weekly. I think he's good to go. And like you said, he's a way bigger underdog. He should. If this fight
Yeah.
was 3 months from now and it was him versus TJ Brown, like it would be to me super close with the odds for him to be. I think he was like up to plus 200, plus 225. To me, that's bananas. I like Rosa a lot. I was going to go there as well. So I'm going to copy your phenomenal pick with Charles Rosa. So total
Awesome.
in agreement. Okay, so here's our fun one now for the very first time. You can pick the absolute biggest favorite, the main event, anything you want. Just your lock. I want everyone to be like, okay, Fee's got this one. Guy, girl, where are you looking? What's the lock of UFC 46?
The top of the card is so closely matched for me that I just couldn't go with like the main event or anything. So I went deep into the card, and I have to look at my notes here. Vyacheslav Borchaev. You'll know the name when you see it.
Yep, you nailed it. I think you nailed it.
So yeah, that's gonna be my lock for this card. He's a favorite. He seems like he's gonna be just dominant, or maybe not dominant, but I think he's got the skill set. Strong wrestler, aggressive, the whole package. So yeah, that's gonna be my lock.
And he's fighting Dakota Bush, right?
He is, yep, Dakota
Okay.
Bush. And Dakota, no, nothing against him, obviously. I hate doing picks sometimes.
I know,
I
like,
feel so guilty.
once in a while, like someone will message me and it's like, dude, you're an absolute, anyone who's in the UFC is an
Yeah.
absolute stud. It's just we got to make picks, and it's not personal at all. It's like
No.
once in a while, this once in a full
Yeah.
moon. Hey, when Masvidal fights Colby in 51 days, I'm going to be on one side. It is what it is. I'm going for, me, I'm pro Masvidal guy. So it is what it is. But yeah, I'm with it. That's a good pick. That's a good pick. It's funny that you mentioned Maya. I think my lock, I'm going to throw out my lock. I think my lock is going to be Caitlin Jahegan. Like, I like Caitlin a lot. Like, I kind of looked her up. I feel like she's super underrated. She got that title shot. And she didn't win, and I if I remember right, she didn't look that good. But it's like there's
Nobody
not a
does.
lot. Like, yeah, who does? It's versus the Bullet, and it's just. But everyone else, she's already beat Maya, and I think this fight, Caitlin, I think just won the last one, so I think she's just trying to like kind of get back into that really high end spot. So I like Caitlin a lot in this spot. I really do, and I don't know. I know it's a rematch. It's kind of hard to beat someone 2 times in a row. But I don't know. I think she's my lock. Going with Caitlin.
Well, there you go. Can't say I agree, but that's all right.
I love it. I love it. Oh man. Well, there you go. Last little thing we have to mention. It's the main event. Featherweight main event with Giga Chikadze and Calvin Kattar. Calvin hasn't fought since the Max Holloway fight. He had so much buzz behind his name. Like, I'm trying to think of the right word. I didn't feel bad for Calvin. Calvin's a grown man. He's a fighter. He says he wants to fight Max again. So like, I don't feel bad for him. But watching that fight, you just felt like, wow, like it was tough to watch towards the end. It was a brutal loss. And I think it was really smart for him to take literally the whole year. It's been 360 days since he's fought. I think he's really, really being overlooked here. I know Giga's won 7 in a row, and I know he just beat Barbosa. I just think Calvin's a different kind of a fighter. I think he wants to make it tight and inside. And if he can get inside and Giga can't get those kicks off, I think Calvin has a legitimate shot to upset him. I do.
I completely agree, because the more I looked into the fight and really thought about it, the closer I thought it became, honestly. And like you said, even though Calvin had that last burning image in our head of the beatdown, but it was Max Holloway. And like you said, I was going to mention too, he took that whole year off, and I feel like that was the best thing he could have done to avoid taking damage early in the fight and having it show early. I think letting his body fully recover, I feel like it was a good idea, and I feel like he's at this point it's like that's the amount of time that should be taken, and anything more is probably just excessive, but anything less would have been harmful. So I'm really excited to see him come back and hopefully look better than ever.
He was the biggest underdog until these last minute changes with Kevin Kroom getting added to the card and Rosa. Those guys were both bigger underdogs, and it's probably the short notice, and that's understandable.
Yeah.
Do you think the odds are about right, or do you think they are off? I think, me personally, the odds should be closer into Calvin's favor. Maybe Giga should be the favorite, but not as high as they are. Are you in agreement, or do you think they're fine where they're at?
Kind of both. Like I agree he should, be the favorite. Just I think recency bias will
Yeah,
play into it, and he's on a roll. I feel like he kind of is falling into the same like Chimaev kind of role that
right,
everyone's
right.
just like, okay, these guys are unstoppable. So I mean, I can't hate the odds being kind of lopsided just for that, really. Like people love to like become new fans and then really like become diehard. So why not?
Right. I hear you. I hear you. Felicia Spencer, I know you are traveling tomorrow. You got gig on a gig on a gig. I was like, you were going to commentate another gig. You were too busy doing something else. The busiest woman in MMA, Felicia Spencer. I love it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm excited. Yeah, things are hopefully coming together. Hopefully, I have good performances over these two events, and then they can continue.
There we go. You will definitely do it. Felicia Spencer, still the heart of the featherweight division. I'm gonna play this super expensive outro. Okay.
All right,
All right. See you guys later.
bye.
Thanks.